Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy September 2021 and welcome to Virgo season. We just got out of Leo season, which was super fiery energy, and now we are fully in Virgo season, which is great earth grounding energy. And later this month, we will be switching into Libra season, which is ruled by air. So I'm doing my monthly reading a bit differently this month. Usually I was doing 4 readings, one for each astrological element by earth signs, fire signs, water signs, and air signs. But I decided to change it up a little bit this month. And this time I'm still gonna go over the important dates for the month so you can mark your calendars. But while I'm going over the important dates, I want you to think of which number do you feel the most drawn to? 1, 2, or 3? So just think about that for a minute and just really feel into the energy of number 1. Do you feel drawn to number 1? Or maybe you feel more drawn to the number 2. Do you feel like number 2 is calling you this month? Or do you feel a strong pull to the number 3? So is 3 the one that is giving you some sort of feeling this month? So just think about that. Because this month, I'm going to have you pick a pile of cards based on the number you feel most drawn to. 1, 2, or 3. All right? So I'm going to go over the important dates, and you think about which number calls to you the most. You could even put them in order if you want to give yourself a little bit of a longer reading. Like, let's say you feel the most drawn to number 2, but number 3 feels interesting and you'd really like to see what number 1 has in store, but you're not feeling that one as much. Or you can just really feel like 1 is my number this month. I know, I can hear it. So I want you to access your intuition a bit this month and just see what number is really, 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 really calling to you. What number is your priority? 1, 2, or 3? Okay? So just really feel into that. Think about it. Well, I go over your important dates for September 2021. So the first date to mark your calendar with this month is the 6th. The 6th of September, we see the new moon in Virgo. This is a great time to analyze your health, career, and relationships, and just see where you can really perfect things in these areas of your life. We can also expect some really happy surprises around this new moon in Virgo on the 6th. Then on the 20th, the moon is going to be full in Pisces, and this is a very dreamy lunation for this full moon. And it helps us connect to our personal power and find new inspirations. This is not a great time to make lasting or big changes in your life, okay? Then on the 22nd, we see the switch from Virgo season into Libra season. And this is also the fall equinox, which is the balance of light and dark. This time of year is really harmonious, artistic, diplomatic, and really like peacemaking energy. And then on the 26th of September, we have the last Mercury retrograde of the month starting. So this is going to be a Mercury retrograde starting off in Libra. could cause a lot of changes in relationships, and we could, again, typical Mercury retrograde, see issues around communication. So just make sure you're, dotting all your I's, crossing your T's, checking things twice. And it always seems to mess with our electronics as well, because Mercury is the closest planet to us, so it does affect our electromagnetic field, okay? And that is it. Oh, and it ends on the 18th of October, just so you know. You can mark your calendar with that date as well. All right, everybody, there was the important dates for the month. So now's the time. Do you feel called to number 1, number 2, or number 3? Because we're going to get into these piles that I have pre-designated out. This, if you want to take a look, this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. And just see how you feel in your body. Maybe there's some sort of visceral response, or you're just hearing it over and over in your head. Just check in with your intuition and see which reading is yours this month. So let's get into it. For those of you who feel drawn to number 1, let's see what your reading is going to look like for the month of September 2021. All right, so your first card of the month is the Page of Pentacles, group 1, followed by the Ace of Wands, into the 7 of Wands, into the 9 of Pentacles, to the High Priestess, into the Queen of Cups, and into the Queen of Pentacles. Finishing off the month with the 3 of Cups. So group number 1, this is your reading for the month of September 2021. Page of Pentacles, kicking things off for you, group number 1. I feel like for you, group number 1, there's been kind of like a lot of more like thoughtfulness around your income, and you've been really trying to think of things or come up with things that are going to last, like really grounding your energy into 1 to 2 main areas of focus. Maybe you've been like really narrowing things down, trimming things up a bit, but there's just been, I see a lot of like, just like cerebralness, a lot of thoughtfulness, really thinking about what it is that you would like to ground your energy in as far as your finances and your wealth and your abundance. And with this Ace of Wands right after that, this month, I feel like there's also going to be a lot of inspiration here available for you. It really has, like, you've been really getting the fire going, like really thinking about things that you want to make bigger, brighter, even more exciting for yourself, and infuse more focus and energy into that. So it's like really gotten your imagination going. Things are just really beginning to feel like some really good like beginning stages going on here of bringing in new ways to make money, basically. I mean, the 7 of Wands here again. This is just like you really being centered within yourself, being more and more confident about what it is that you would like. I think you're going to start to see things line up really nicely. And it's not because like, I don't see there's like a lot of action, even though there's a lot of thinking and there's a lot of like creational energy going on for you. This is more about allowing that energy to come up and out. And I don't know that it's necessarily in a lot of actions, but more like the vision of it all. And when you really start to get this vision going on, things like I was saying are just going to start to come in really easily for you. With the Nine of Pentacles here after the Seven of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is really giving me the message for you, group one, that you are like centering within yourself. You're allowing for your authenticity to come forward, and you're really listening to your truth and what's going on in your inner world. And it's like the less action and the more that you're able to go inward and really hear this voice within yourself, that's when you're able to really open yourself to receive, and it's like you're not fighting yourself any longer. And I mean, you just have like really fantastic cards here, group number one, with also after the Nine of Pentacles, which is, I feel like things are going to start to come in really easily for you. It's like this idea of alignment, and when you're fully aligned with your joy, it just comes in so easily for you. And it's going to be with the High Priestess right after that. This is like so much intuition, so much wisdom, so much knowledge is just really going to open up for you. And it's like, you don't have to leave any aspect or part of yourself behind. You don't have to cut anything off. You don't have to conform any longer or make yourself really small to fit someone else's idea of what you need to be within any aspect of your life. Because with the High Priestess here, this is a major arcana card, and it's really like, this is so much is opening up for you, and like just so many different aspects of your life, and your intuition is just really like activated. And this is a very empowering time for you this month, group number one, okay? But it's like this gentle feminine power with the Queen of Cups here after the High Priestess. And like I'm saying, you're bringing all of yourself. You don't have to cut any part of yourself off. If you need to be emotional, be emotional. If you need to be active, be active. But it's like you get to really follow your instincts and listen to your intuition and be in these meditative states that are going to become like second nature for you. Because with the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Cups here, group one, this is going to be a month of like spiritual and emotional evolution for you that's going to lead to expansive boosts in your income. Because it's this, like, you're finally allowing yourself to receive. That's what this really beautiful feminine energy that's existing and coming in for you this month, group one. You have the Queen, you have the High Priestess. Okay, so you have the Nine of Pentacles into the High Priestess with the Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, the more that you're just really allowing yourself to be in your awareness, be in your consciousness, be in tune with your body, the more you're going to receive. Okay? And I'm also hearing, and it's not just in finances, it's really in so many aspects of your life. Like, it's also in relationship, it's also in your creativity, it's also in like shifting perspectives, and like you have a lot of really like exceptional energy going on for you this month, group one. And then your last card is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is about coming together with your friends and your family and really feeling supported, feeling loved, feeling encouraged. And this is going to be like all of this goodness that you're experiencing this month, like it's also about sharing. This is the part of like you've been receiving so much that by the end of the month, you're going to be really in a position to give as well. So that's like the balance here that's going on for you, especially as you move into Libra season. That's what it's all about. So it's like you really honor and recognize all that you've been given this month. And then as the month comes to a close with the Three of Cups, you're able to give back as well. And that's the balance, thanks to Libra season. All right, let's take a look at your oracle cards for this month. You got Kali is your goddess. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Exactly what I feel like you're experiencing coming into this month with the Page of Pentacles. It's like you're really thinking and kind of like being a little bit more like, I think there's going to be a big shift in the way that you think this month, like right off the bat for you, Group 1. And I feel like that's the ending and the beginning with Kali. And then we have Show the World the Real You is your moon message for this month, Group 1, which that's what the authenticity that I was talking about, and really just feeling like in the moment, being really present and allowing yourself to experience what is it I need in this moment by showing the world the real you. And your crystal for the month is Spirit Quartz. One of my all-time favorites, Group 1. This is all about fortifying and cleansing your energy field and your auric field. And this is also because Spirit Quartz is a combination of quartz, smoky quartz, amethyst, and citrine. So you're bringing all of these really juicy crystals together, and it's like spiritual protection, attraction of abundance, and also with quartz you have the master healer. So all of these are coming together to really bring you this magical experience this month. And if Group 1, if you don't have any Spirit Quartz, I encourage you to get your hands on some. Here's what it looks like in real life. It's really stunning and is your power piece for this month, Group 1. All right, Group 2. Let's take a look at your message for this month, Group 2. So if you were drawn to group number 2, let's see what your message is for September 2021. So your first card of the month is the Empress, followed by the Six of Pentacles, into the Queen of Swords, into the Nine of Swords, to the Hierophant, to the King of Swords, into the Ten of Swords, and closing things off with Death and Rebirth. And this is the message, the reading for group number 2. So if you are drawn to group number 2, this is your reading. So you're starting things off with the Empress, group number 2. oh, you're coming into this month feeling just like either ready for rest and rejuvenation, or you have been able to rest and rejuvenate, but you're feeling more in yourself. You're feeling like that feeling of like, I'm feeling myself, you know? You're feeling good in your own body. This is such a great feeling in Virgo season as well, because Virgo is ruled by Earth, and Earth signs, Earth energy desires to feel the actual environment that they're in. And that, to me, is really what the Empress is saying here in this first placement for you, group number 2, is that you're able to really feel the environment that you're in, and create a space for yourself that is just for you and is restful and peaceful and rejuvenating. And with the 6 of Pentacles here, it's going to help bring a lot of balance in for you this month, group 2. Yes, around your finances, but also I'm hearing in other areas of your life. And I'm hearing it's something that you've been working on for a while. And this is finally where you're going to feel kind of like a turning point or a tipping point at the beginning of September, where things start to really click. And there's going to be a great shift or great balance in your finances and how you create wealth and abundance in your reality. And it was really important for you to feel that kind of coming back into yourself that the Empress is indicating for me at the beginning of the month for you, group 2. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And as you move into this month, group 2, I feel like you're going to be more prepared for change, maybe more so than you ever have been. And in a way where you're really surrendered and you're just really ready to receive whatever life brings at you. There is going to be a little bit of an element of surprise, I'm hearing. Some things that are going to come in are going to be unexpected, but you're really there for it, you know? And there's a feeling of clarity, and I'm hearing like sharpness that you're able to access within yourself, that like some of you might be having to make like quick decisions, really like using your gut instinct to bring forth the best decision for yourself and for those around you. Okay, group number 2. But it's not going to come without its stresses. This is the 9 of Swords. There are going to be some things that I also feel like this is like an opportunity for clearing and releasing. And if things start to get too intense or stressful, remember to give yourself space to process. Some of those unexpected things might like take their toll a little bit as you take time for yourself and reflect. But just remember that we all need to purge or to release and to give yourself that space to process what is going on as well, especially if they're more challenging things. But it's going to be, with the Hierophant here, I feel like you're going to have a great support system, a great like support network, whether that be in career or family or friendships. And the people that you need or the things that you need are going to really come in for you at just the right moment. So just when you feel like maybe you don't have the answer, or you don't know what to do, something's going to shift and it's all going to come through. It's all going to like work out, and you're going to really understand what it is that was necessary to make that happen, you know? So don't get too stressed out. Don't get too caught up in the I don't knows or things like that, because remember, the universe always has your back. Here's the Knight of Swords after that. There's definitely some more things that are going to come through where you're going to be faced with this challenge, or challenges. But it's like, once you hit the Knight of Swords, it's going to be like, oh, I got this, you know? And it's not going to feel as maybe as big or as severe when things first started to happen in the first part of the month for you, okay, group 2. This is about really testing. I hate to use the word testing. This is just really about taking an indication of how you are responding to things. Like, notice if things seem stressful or chaotic, like notice within yourself how you are handling that. Notice your emotional world, notice your physical world and your mental world, and also your spiritual as well. But I feel like this is like a time for you to really see yourself rise to the occasion and understand how resourceful you are, and things are going to get easier and easier and easier as you go through this month, and you really see your ability to shine, and also to be there to like kind of help others through their kind of challenges as well. And some of this, I feel, with the Ten of Swords here in your reading, group number 2, this is going to be the last time you're going to have to do some of these things, you know? This is going to be the last time that you cycle through these types of experiences, because with death here, it's like the ultimate shift and the ultimate transition and change for you in a way where you're not going to have to look back on these challenges again. Like, you're really taking this cycle and putting it to rest, and you're transmuting into a new beginning by the end of the month. Okay, group number 2. Now let's take a look at your oracle messages, group number 2. So your first oracle message from the goddesses is Mary Magdalene and unconditional love. So love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. I feel like you're going to be really accessing Mary Magdalene and unconditional love through this month. Remember, compassion is always available to you. Your moon message for the month is hold your vision. In the beginning of the month, I feel like that's where it's going to be. You're going to be really clear about this vision. And even if things get challenging through this month, hold that vision. Just because things might zig and zag doesn't mean that your vision isn't still coming to fruition. It just means that your focus might get shifted elsewhere for a bit, but don't think that your vision isn't coming to life or that you have to let go of anything, okay? And your crystal for the month is Dumortierite. Dumortierite is such a perfect crystal for you this month for group number 2, as it really is an intuition amplifier and booster, and it helps to clear out your third eye, which is, I think, really important for you, group number 2, as you're going to be really running off of a lot of intuition and gut instinct this month, okay? So let me see if I have some Dumortierite to show you. I pulled all of these cards right before we got started, so I didn't pre-pull any of the crystals, but I do have some Dumortierite. Ooh, this is a good one. This is Demorderite. It's really beautiful. And blue is actually a more rare. Oh, look at this side too. This is a really beautiful Demorderite and quartz. Demorderite's going to start to become harder and harder to find. They've quit mining it, or they've slowed down on mining it. So this is going to be harder to find piece. All right, group number 2. That was your reading for the month. Now it's time for group number 3. Here is group number 3. All right, group number 3. Let's see what your cards. You have the Knight of Wands to kick things off. You have the Star. And the Page of Swords. And the King of Swords. Into the Queen of Wands. Into Judgment. Ooh, into the Knight of Cups. And closing things off with the 4 of Pentacles for you, group 3. This is the message, the reading for those of you who are attracted to number 3. So the Knight of Wands, this is that fiery, motivated, getting stuff done energy, but it's like it's all coming from your inner fire and from your passion and from this place of excitement and feeling really connected to your inner, I keep hearing like soul, your inner soul passion, you know, and that's really how you're going to be starting this month off, group number 3, carrying some of that fiery energy from Leo season over into Virgo season, or maybe that's where you really start to, you started to feel things pick up, was in Leo season, but you're really bringing that fiery energy into Virgo season with you. So, and I feel like you're going to see with the Star here, I feel like you're going to see some long-term visions or goals that you've had set for yourself come to fruition the beginning of September, group number 3. So really holding that energy for yourself that you're going to be able to really create your reality the way that you would like it to, but it's really taken this very big understanding of how deeply you need to really trust and believe in yourself. Okay, group number 3. And when you fully are like locked into that place of confidence within yourself, that you make magic appear for you. Okay, group number 3. And you have the Page of Swords here. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of learning experience that's going to come forward for you, that with the King of Swords here, it could be rather challenging. It could come with some very interesting obstacles. For some of you, I feel like I'm hearing this might be like issues with like the law or the judicial system. It could even be something like a parking ticket, but it leads you to like learn something new. Whatever this is, it's gonna open up something about like knowledge and wisdom. It's gonna open that up deeper for you, and whatever aspect this is coming through in. But I do feel like because the Page of Swords and the King of Swords is here, you could really run into some challenges here that are not bigger than you. Just remember that, okay? These challenges are not bigger than you. You're able to really create a solution to all of these things, and you're going to learn something in the process, okay? And then you have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, group number 3, is this really excited, joyful energy that you're going to continue to master and feel really in tune with what's happening in your reality. I feel like you're very aware that you're making things happen, and I feel like this is you actually consciously starting to access your magic and making that a part of your daily practice. Maybe this includes rituals or candle magic, reading tarot, so many like mystical or esoteric things that help you really understand, and even just like the power of positive thinking, mantras, things like that, that really help you to see the power of positivity and how you can really harness your mind to work with you to create your reality. And in this, I feel like there's going to be a huge shift for you, group number 3, and releasing self-judgment and judgment on others, and judgment even of like the world and the universe, and maybe things that have previously been holding you back, and even like areas of self-sabotage or where you've been making things harder on yourself. It's like a really big shift or release in this that open things up in a way for you to really receive. With the Knight of Cups here, group 3, compassion and self-awareness and self-love. And for some of you, this could even be romance, and romance within yourself and romance with someone else. So prepare yourself for this kind of love opening that's coming for you towards the end of September. Okay, group number 3. Group number 1 and 2, I didn't see much about love in those groups, but group number 3, September could be a really interesting month for romance and love potentials, especially if you're single. I feel like there could be a lot of like dating activity for you in this month, group number 3. And if you're partnered, this could be a time for you and your partner to really deepen your relationship, your understanding, and your love for one another. So then we have the 4 of Pentacles here to close your month off, group number 3. With the 4 of Pentacles here, because you didn't have very much like going on with money and finances. So with the 4 of Pentacles closing things off for you, I feel like things are going to be at like a nice, like good, abundant place for you. But it's like, because you've been able to, like, I think you're going to be able to save and kind of store things, you know, the idea of like fall harvest and then being able to store things away for the winter. I think that that's going to be a very strong theme for you this month. And I also feel like you're going to be making income in like bigger chunks maybe than usual. And it's going to give you the opportunity to just save and to store things away for a rainy day. All right, group number 3. Let's look at your... Oh, group number 3. Oh, I can't wait for you to read your moon card. Your goddess for the month, group number 3, is fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This is like what I was talking about with some of you might be doing, like having something to do with like the judicial system or the law. It's not necessarily bad. It's just like something, those things come up in life. But I feel like whatever that is, it's going to be handled in a fair manner, and it will be a good outcome for you. Okay. But your moon message for the month, this group number 3 is a new romantic cycle begins. That's what I was saying right here with this guy. So, and then your crystal of the month is pyrite. And pyrite is one of my personal faves. Here, this is some pyrite. This is Peruvian pyrite. And pyrite is great for helping you be aware of your boundaries, and also for attraction. It's very magnetic, and it helps draw in what we would like. So it's really a very special piece, as it helps to keep our boundaries strong. So it kind of helps keep things out, but it also helps us to be open to receive what we are desiring through magnetism. All right, everybody. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you've seen any of these crystals tonight that are really speaking to you, feel free to comment or send me a message, and be happy to hook you up with those crystals. They're all for sale, and they're all available for and ready for their new homes. So, or if there's any other crystal that you would like to see, please feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment below, or shoot me a message. You can also reach me through my website, tarotbymegan.com, which I will put in the comments below. And you can always reach me through any of my other social platforms. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm Tarot by Megan everywhere, spelled just like my channel here on YouTube. If you haven't if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel here on YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button for me. And if you'd ever like to book a one-on-one reading for yourself, I work completely virtual. You can be anywhere in the world and work with me. And all you have to do is go to my website, tarotbymegan.com, and you can book yourself a reading there, or you can also message me and I'd be happy to book you a session in person. Not an in-person reading, but I will converse with you directly to help you book a virtual session, just to be clear about that one. All right, everybody, happy September. I hope you have a wonderful Virgo and Libra season, and I will be back next month with 3 more piles for you to pick. I hope you enjoyed this new format for my readings, but I just really felt like mixing things up a little bit. So 1, 2, or 3. Which one did you feel this month? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me if you liked these readings, if you felt like a draw, which number you felt drawn to, and we'll keep experimenting and we'll go from here. Okay. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your comments, and give me some feedback and let me know what you think. Okay. Have a great month, everybody. Bye.